You've been on Twitter since October 2012. What
Mhm.
was your experience like when you first joined Twitter?
It was quite interesting, I would say. I didn't quite get the gist of what it was. And after I kind of explored it a little bit, um, I felt there was a need for me to be on Twitter, a grown up with a few smiles as opposed to what I was seeing being posted.
And a grown-up, so it sounds like you wanted to bring some wisdom to the platform. Is that the case?
It appeared that what was being tossed back and forth between those who were on Twitter uh, was not of a pleasant sort. There were no smiles, there were no kind words. I mean, there were basically bashing and ugliness. And I didn't really want to be a part of that. And I felt, well, you know what? Maybe they need the presence of a grown up, someone who has a little bit of wisdom um, and has a way of making people smile, because I happen to love to laugh. It's the best medicine anybody could ever have. And just bring out the humanity in people when they speak to each other.
I love that. And so specifically, what led to you becoming more active on Twitter in 2020, during the time of the pandemic? What led to, because you were more active then? Uh,
Yeah, I became more active because I was seeing um, a difference being made. You know, I was kind of giving information as to how much easier it is to make people smile than frown and use choices that they were using to converse, and how much easier it was to be uh, on the human side of things.
I love that. And why do you think your Twitter content has resonated with people, particularly during the pandemic and during last year's civil and political unrest?
Well, like myself, it's given us all an opportunity to think and to kind of search oneself and get to know yourself again. You know, this has been an opportunity that God has preordained for us to be quiet for a minute, sit still and give some thought to who you are and what you are and why, and take advantage of it. And I think that's really what's happening now.
And you have a legacy of amazing music that's all about love and positivity and your own humanitarian work. How do you see your content on Twitter as an extension of those legacies?
Well, I'm thrilled to be associated with one particular song or two. Um, Specifically, what the world needs now is love, sweet love, and we certainly do. And that's a prerequisite. We really need it desperately. Marvin Gaye kind of coined it when he said only love can conquer hate. And we're going through a very hateful period of time. And love truly is the answer. And the other is that's what friends are for. I think we're rediscovering that we do have friends and that we should be interacting with them.
And to that point, do you see your Twitter content as an extension of those messages? And if so,
Uh,
how?
Undoubtedly, I'm asked questions and I also ask questions and expect honest answers. And that's exactly what happens. Anyone who has been following me and is growing by leaps and bounds, which I'm thrilled about, they understand that the questions I ask, I do want an answer. And they also have the privilege of asking me questions and they will get an answer. I think that the bond that has been developed between me and those who have been following me and interacting with me, they're finding a breath of fresh air, I think.
Great. And one of the great things about your Twitter content is that it's intergenerational. You're talking to people of all ages.
Yeah,
What does it mean to you to be able to foster that kind of communication and dialogue?
it's absolutely wonderful. First of all, to know that these, I call them my babies, have discovered Dionne Warwick. Oh, let's see what she's really all about. And in so doing, they find out that I'm full of laughter and I'm full of information. And I've also let them know, everyone, inclusive of the babies that have now decided to call me auntie, um, that I'm learning as much from them as they're learning from me.
And I know that if you want to talk a little bit about how your niece Brittany played a part of that intergenerational formation of the Twitter content, you want to say a little bit about that connection as well, intergenerational.
Yeah. Well, Brittany is she's my social media person. I am one of her clients. She has a social media company, which I'm thrilled about. And she's the one who basically got me interested in Twitter and showed me how to do it. And she forewarned me, of course. Well, do you really want to do this? Yes, I do. And well, you're going to get some naysayers. You're going to get these people who love to say things that they shouldn't really say. I said, well, you do know your aunt, don't you? I think I can handle that. And as it turns out, I am handling it. They have found that they can't say certain things to me. I don't dignify them, nor should they. So it's been very interesting that people question, "Are you really posing?" Yes, I am posting. Yes, I am. I don't think anybody could do it in my stead.
If you can share, how does it feel to have your Twitter content interpreted by artists within an exhibition?
I think it's going to be fun that people will get an insight as to me, who I really am. I have no problem in being straightforward and honest. And I think that's really what they're going to get more than anything else out of it.
And are you yourself a collector, appreciator of the visual fine arts?
Yes, those that I have collected over the years, people that appeal to me. Yes, I do collect.
You come from performing arts disciplines, so what is about the visual arts that resonates with you?
All of the arts are very important. Visual arts have an insight on a person's personality who has presented this piece of art for you to view. Um, it's all expression, and I think being able to express oneself is vitally important. So visuals are as much a part of the arts as is my music, which is a part of the arts.
And what advice would you give to artists, both visual and performing today?
But, I don't give advice to anyone. I give support and encouragement. I think the only thing that can be expressed to anyone within the arts is to be yourself, be who you are. You can't be anyone other than who you are. And I think that's the most honest way of expressing yourself.
And why was it important for you to have this exhibition in the city of Newark?
Where else would we have it? Newark is very, very important to me. I lived a portion of my life in Newark. Um, my relatives live in Newark, so I spend an awful lot of time there. I enjoyed the fruits of Newark. Um, I performed in Newark. Um, it's Newark has really become a renaissance. It's grown tremendously. and continues to grow, which is the beauty of it. So to give an exhibition of the talents and house it in a place that is growing makes all the sense in the world.
And as you said, there's such a rich legacy in Newark in all of the artistic disciplines. Why do you think so many legendary performing artists have come out of the Newark area?
I, I contributed to the water. We have the best water there is. No, it's it just happens that being a city in the Garden State, we have a tendency to grow all kinds of beautiful things, and one of them being the arts. So it goes without saying that artists of all types have and will continue to come from the Newark and or Jersey area.
And the final question on this part is, what do you hope people get out of this exhibition that will include, references to your Twitter content and some of your archival material? What do you want them to leave with after seeing this exhibition?
Well, the beauty and the extent of talent that we have right here at our fingertips. And it's all there for us to enjoy. So they should be able to do just that, enjoy. And I guess you want me to say my usual bye-bye.